Hey guys, Connor Hearn here with the Alliance of Dental Excellence, bringing you another Saturday Casual Tip. Today's Saturday Casual Tip I'm taking from our sales training course that we had last Saturday, that training course was all on how to sell in healthcare. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to take a slide from that presentation and show you. That slide, whenever I show it to anybody, and like on Saturday when I showed it, it was one of the highlights and one of the talking points for quite a while afterwards. And I'm still having some of the people that attended that course giving me calls now asking more details on it as well. So I want to share it with you very quickly in a Saturday Casual Tip, as I feel that it helps every single dental practice out there. Now I want you to think very quickly about the human brain. The human brain has two sides to it. It has the emotional side and it has the logical side. And whenever you go to buy anything, your emotions have to be engaged for your logical side of the brain to kick in. Now, if we only had a logical side of our brain, we wouldn't buy anything. We would never make a purchase in our life, because logically, we all want to reduce our costs as much as possible and we all want to save as much as possible. It's only when your emotions are engaged that you actually purchase anything. So this is what I'm going to show you today. Now I want you to imagine that you have £30,000 and you want to buy a new car. So you go to a showroom and you sit inside the car and you drive the car, you take it for a test drive. It's absolutely beautiful, it has everything you want and more, but then the salesman says to you, it's £60,000. So your emotions are already bought into that car because you love it. But logically, you think, I cannot afford this car. So you go to a different showroom and you pick a different car and you drive that car and you fall in love with that car as well. It has everything you want plus more. It's a beautiful car. And then the salesman says to you, this car's £40,000. Now logically, you start thinking, I've got 30. Can I stretch to 40? And the reason you're doing that is because your emotions are already brought into that product. You already purchased it emotionally. Logically, you just need to work out how you're going to stretch to that extra 10,000. Now, if you think about the clothes that you wear and the brands that you wear, none of us need to go out and buy Gucci, Prada, or anything else. But we do. Why? Because our emotions buy into those products, and then logically, our brain says, yes, I can afford this product. So how does that affect your patients? How does that have an impact on your practice? Well, if you have a look at this graph here, you will see in the bottom corner it says easy and the other side is hard. Then you have not motivated and highly motivated. Now your job as a principal owner, as a receptionist, as a manager, and even as a dentist is to be able to make it as easy as possible for someone to buy your product, to buy your treatment, and then motivate them to be able to do so. So how do we do it? We make it as easy as possible by the process. You don't want to be dilly-dallying around when a patient comes to you. You want to make it as easy as possible for them to buy that product. And then you need to motivate them by using both their emotions and the logical side of their brain. So a patient comes to you for an implant. You say, this is our implant cost, this is what we do, and you make it really easy for the patient to buy that implant. And then you motivate them by getting their emotions involved in the purchase. Believe you me, if you don't do it, another practice just down the road is going to do it, and they're going to do it better than you, and they're going to do it more consistently than you, and that's where the patients are going to go. So you need to make it easy for patients to buy a product, and then you need to motivate them to buy it. Implants, easy, motivation. Invisalign, make it easy, give them motivation. Botox, fillers, veneers, composite fillings, make it easy for them to buy that product and then motivate them to buy it as well. If you do that and you work out on this scale where all of your treatment lies, take a screenshot of it, print it out, and then think to yourself, okay, how easy is it for a patient to come to us and have a hygiene visit? And you might realize that your hygiene list is too long and the patients are disappearing. It's not easy to buy your product. They're motivated, but it's not easy, so you've lost them. Or they come to you for an implant and you don't really have the skill sets to be able to place it. You make it hard for them to buy a product. So your job is to make it as easy as possible for a patient to buy their dental treatment and motivate them at the same time. So like I say, take a screenshot and start thinking about all of your processes that make it easy, hard, motivating, non-motivating for a patient to be able to purchase their treatment from you rather than the practice next door. Also, another thing that came out on the course that we did last Saturday was the fact that lots of practices and lots of staff in the practices have no idea where your practice is heading. They have no idea what the manager wants to achieve or what the owner wants to achieve, or even you as a dentist, what you would want to achieve. So, sign up to our e-Zine. I will send you a practice mapping plan, okay? Use this as a practice mapping plan, a personal mapping plan. I don't care what you use it for. Just use it to give yourself some targets, some written targets of what you want to reach, how you want to achieve it, what are the hurdles in achieving such a thing. And then your practice will have such a place to aim for that you can realise how easy is it for a patient to buy from you, how hard is it, how motivating, how non-motivating is it for you. But you need to have an aim of what you want in the practice to be able to do anything. Without it, you're lost. You're just another practice in the ocean of practices, and there's thousands of practices. So get an aim and then start realising how easy you make it for patients to buy from you and how much motivation you give them. I hope you enjoyed the Saturday Casual Tip, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care.